On January 25th, the world watched in shock as Hamas publicly paraded four young Israeli female hostages through a Gaza square. The women were surrounded by armed fighters clad in fatigues, black face masks, and green Hamas headbands inscribed with Jihad for Liberation. They brandished AK-47 rifles, clicking them for effect. The women then were marched onto a stage and forced to wave to the jeering crowd. These women were kidnapped from their homes in pajamas during the October 7th attack. They spent 477 days in Hamas's captivity, and that day they were offered certificates and gift bags in a staged event meant to present them as guests returning from a pleasant trip. That was a brutal propaganda. And guess what? It has been revealed that it may have been staged by an Al Jazeera employee. This has been revealed in a report by Israel's I-24 News. Senior Al Jazeera producer and investigative reporter Tamer Almisshal, based in Qatar, is said to have planned and directed the event in detail, including the stage design, banners glorifying the October 7th attack, and the overall choreography of the spectacle. If true, this suggests Al-Mishal played a similar role in other hostage release propaganda events. If the allegations hold, they raise serious concerns about Al Jazeera and its state financier, the Qatari government, crossing the line from biased reporting to direct involvement in Hamas's war against Israel. Providing material support to Hamas, a US designated foreign terrorist organization, would constitute a grave violation of American law. Al-Mishal reportedly planned the event along with Hamas commander Izzeddin al-Haddad, who oversees the Qassam Brigade in northern Gaza. Now, there is no aberration. Al-Mishal also produces Al Jazeera's docuseries More Than Meets the Eye, or What Is Hidden Is Greater, which has aired exclusive footage of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar planning military operations. One episode featured testimonies from Hamas terrorists involved in the October 7th massacre, with Al-Mishal praising their historic blow against Israel. The IDF has also released Hamas documents instructing operatives to contact journalist Tamer Almisshal through military communications channels and avoid criticizing Islamic Jihad rocket misfires that kill Palestinian civilians. The documents claim that Al Jazeera agreed to these terms, potentially further implicating the network in cooperation with the terrorist group. The channel, of course, denies these allegations. Al-Mishal's links to the Hamas group are long-standing. In 2013, Hamas's government media office named him ambassador of Palestinian media for his coverage. The Hamas official overseeing the office called him a model journalist and a source of pride. On October 7th, the day when Hamas slaughtered 1,200 Israelis and citizens from 45 countries, Al-Mishal posted on X, "Gaza creates victory and honor for its homeland and nation." The US Department of Justice affirmed earlier that Al Jazeera is fully funded by the Qatari government. Despite claims of editorial independence, the channel is bound by Qatari law, which prohibits reportage against the Emir and state policies. While Al Jazeera likens itself to the BBC, it functions as an arm of Qatari soft power. If a major Western news outlets such as New York Times, NBC, CNN, or Fox News were found to have collaborated with Hamas in staging this humiliation of hostages, including American citizens, there would be immediate investigations, dismissals, and advertiser withdrawals. Al Jazeera should be held to the same ethical standard. Now, Qatar presents itself as a US ally, yet its state-run media network appears to support the same terrorist group that murdered 40 American citizens on October 7th and still holds American captive. Congress has long raised concerns about Al Jazeera's activities. The Trump administration should make clear to Qatar that if Al Jazeera is playing a dual role, fueling terrorism while posing as a neutral media outlet, there will be consequences.